And we're back with the third part for the mansion. So in this part, we're going to be finishing off the whole of the exterior for the build. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're just going to be finishing off our porch. So to begin with, on the row above our nether brick fence posts, we're just going to place a row of snow all the way across. And in the space above this, you just want to fill it all with your snow. Next, we're just going to do the flooring for the porch. So for this, we're going to be using our birchwood planks. And again, just removing all the grass blocks within the porch and replacing it with your birchwood planks. So that's all the grass blocks removed from our floor in the porch. So now just going ahead and filling the rest with your birchwood planks. So there you go, that was the last thing we needed to do for the porch. So next, inside the building and for the top block of our glass panes, we're just going to replace it with our snow. After you've done this, we're going to be placing our flooring for the rest of the mansion. So as we did for the porch, we're just going to be removing all of the grass blocks. And again, in its place, we're just going to be placing our birchwood planks. So I am just going to speed this bit up, as all we're doing is removing all the grass blocks inside the building and replacing them with our birchwood planks. And that's all the grass blocks removed for our floor. So now, as I mentioned, just filling it all with your birchwood planks. So you can see we've now filled in the whole of the floor for the build. The next thing we're going to be placing is going to be our 2 staircases. So from the left hand side of the building, from the bottom right hand corner, we're just going to count 12 blocks in on the bottom row. And on the 12th block in, just placing 2 wide with your birchwood stairs. And we're now going to extend this up, so it should finish in line with the top row of grey wool. Once you've done that, we're going to be placing our staircase for the right hand side of the building. So again, same as before, from the bottom right hand corner, we're just going to count 4 blocks in. And here, you just want to place 2 birchwood stairs. And once you've done that, we're just going to extend our stairs up another 6 more times. So you should have to place an additional 6 more lots of 2 stairs. And behind the top 2 blocks of our stairs, we're just going to place 2 by 2 with our birchwood planks. And building outwards with our stairs, we're just going to place diagonally another 2 more sets of stairs. After this, we're going to be placing our flooring for the left hand side of the build. So to begin with, across the back 3 rows and in line with the top row of stairs, we're just going to place 3 rows of birchwood planks. Once you've done that, on the left hand side of our staircase, we're just going to extend 5 blocks out with our birchwood planks again. And on the row behind this, from our grey wall, we're just going to extend 3 blocks out. After this, you just want to count 1 block in from the top right hand corner of our grey wall. And here, we're just going to place our birchwood planks all the way across. So all the remaining space that we've marked out, we're just going to fill it all with our planks again, apart from the section above our staircase. After this, we're just going to place our first floor for the right hand side. So to begin with, from the top left hand stair, we're just going to place a row of planks all the way back. But on the top right hand stair, we're just going to place 4 blocks out on the right hand side. And on the last block, you just want to place an additional 3 more blocks on the right hand side to connect it to our snow. Next, as we did for the other side, all of the remaining space in the floor, you just want to fill in with your planks. So the last thing we're going to be doing for this part is we're just going to be placing our roof for the building. So to begin with, on the right hand side section, we're just going to extend our light grey wall all the way across to where the other side of light grey wall is. And after this, we're going to be doing exactly the same with our grey wool on top, by again extending it all the way across. So what we did for the roof for this part, we're going to now repeat for the centre section and the right hand section. But the next part of the roof we're going to be placing is going to be the roof for the right hand side. So as we did to begin with, extending our light grey wall out. So that's the light grey wall placed. Once we sleep, we're just going to place our grey wall on top. So now that we've done that, we can go ahead and start on the centre section for our roof. But before we do that, we just need to extend up the snow on the sides. To begin with then, on the left hand side, we're just going to be extending across the top left hand row of snow all the way across. But for the right hand side, we need to extend across the top 3 rows. As mentioned before, we are going to be placing our light grey wool and grey wool across same as before. But before we do that, on the back from the left hand side, we're just going to extend out our light grey wool 1 block, and then just extending it back so it finishes 1 block in front of where our snow finishes. After this, you can do exactly the same for the right hand side, by again extending it out 1 block, and then extending it back so it finishes 1 block in front of our snow. And you can then connect across the 2 front blocks of light grey wool, so again just extending it all the way across. After this, for our grey wool, we're going to be placing it diagonal to our light grey wool. So to begin with, at the back, extending it out 2 blocks, and then just extending it back so it finishes 1 block in front of our light grey wool. And then doing the same for the opposite side. and you can just extend it across at the front to finish off. So you can see we've now created the outside border for the centre section of our roof. So you can now just go ahead and fill in your light grey wool and grey wool on top. To finish off this part, just extend in your grey wool across as well. So there you go, that is the whole of the exterior done for the mansion. In the next part, we're going to be furnishing the inside of the build.